If you believe you are in control of your decisions, that when you choose something, it is because you decided to choose it, think again, because most of your decisions are made before you are even aware of them, and the sense of control is simply your mind explaining something that has already happened. Think about a simple decision, choosing what to eat, what to watch, what to say in a conversation. It feels like you're actively deciding. You consider options, you pick one, and it feels intentional. But look closer. Why did that option come to mind first? Why did it feel more appealing than the others? Why did you lean toward it without fully knowing why? Most of the time, the process behind your choices is invisible. You experience the result, not the full process that created it. Most people assume the explanation is simple. I thought about it, then I chose. That seemed obvious. But neuroscience suggests something more complicated. In several experiments, brain activity related to a decision appears before the person becomes consciously aware of choosing. In other words, the brain begins preparing the action before the conscious mind claims ownership of it. This raises a strange possibility. What you experience as a decision might actually be awareness of a decision that was already forming. Your brain is constantly processing information beneath conscious awareness. Patterns, habits, emotions, past experiences, all of these factors influence your behavior automatically. This system is extremely efficient. It allows you to react quickly without needing to consciously analyze anything. But it also means that many of your choices are influenced long before you decide. The conscious mind then steps in afterward and creates a story, a reason, an explanation that makes the action feel intentional. This is where the idea becomes unsettling, because it suggests that the feeling of control might not be as direct as it seems. You are not consciously choosing every thought that appears in your mind. You are not consciously selecting every desire you feel. Those things emerge, and then you respond to them, which means your role may not be to create every decision, but to observe and interpret them. Modern life makes this even more complex because your environment constantly feeds your brain inputs. Content, information, social influence, algorithms that predict what capture your attention. These inputs shape your preferences, your opinions, even your desire. So when you feel like you are choosing something freely, there's a deeper question. Where did that preference come from? Was it entirely yours? Or was it influenced by thousands of subtle inputs you never noticed? The brutal truth is that complete control may be an illusion. Not because you're powerless, but because your decisions are shaped by systems you do not fully see. Biology, environment, past experiences, subconscious processing, all working together before conscious awareness appears. And by the time you feel like you've made a choice, much of the work has already been done. But this does not mean you have no control. It means control works differently than most people think. Instead of controlling every decision in the moment, you influence the system that produces those decisions. You shape your environment, you control what you expose your mind to. You build habits that guide automatic behavior. Over time, these changes influence the decisions that feel natural to you. Free will may not be about consciously choosing every action. It may be about shaping the conditions that create your actions. The input you allowed, patterns you repeat, the environment you place yourself in. Those factors quietly determine what your brain will produce later. So instead of asking, am I in control of this decision? A better question might be, what has been shaping my decisions without me noticing? The illusion of free will is not that you have no control. It is that control does not feel the way you expect it to. You do not experience the full process behind your choices. You experience the final result, and your mind creates a sense of ownership around it. But once you begin to see the hidden influences behind your decisions, you gain something more valuable than the illusion of control. You gain the ability to shape the system that shapes you.